Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the Strike Streams, where I, voice actor, am not on strike. The strike is suspended. I need to change it to the Strike Suspended Streams, but I keep forgetting to say that. Welcome back to my echoey room, where I do now have a desk and I'm rolling around in this chair at the speed of sound. How are we all doing? Lovely to see you. Happy Sunday to you all. We'll say hi to some people in a minute, but we'll let people take a moment to come in, just to let people get settled. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a very good rest of your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you did Jangmo Community Day, I hope you got lots of shinies. I did go out for a walk. And in like sort of less than an hour and a half, I got about like 9 of them or something like that. So, oh, Gage, you got the Midnight Cosmic Disco Ball Blacephalon, and then now you're going after Circuitry. Nice, very good, very good. Kieran, lay on the news. Like you can just tell us that you have news, instead of building the suspense. But no, let's see who we've got. Hang on. I have remembered to mute the laptop, so when I do this, we shouldn't hear a bunch of extra noise. Yes, there we go, lovely. I have wiped the television as well, so in theory, in game theory, apart from what I think might be a scratch there on the television. Oh dear, if that's a scratch, that's not great. But apart from that, though, oh, and of course it's on the bit of the screen where like. My screen isn't actually all filmed because I have it on like 480p, but I think like part of the screen that I actually use has a scratch. Unless it is a hair. I think it is a scratch though, but oh well. This television is, is not like, it was like a hand-me-down. There's like no remote for it, and it's just very old, and there's like a dead pixel on the screen and stuff like that. It's not that great. Anyway, Buck, Kieran, you got 2 shiny Jangmo, and then 2 shiny Poochyenas. Oh, and then a shiny Octillery and DAs. Dang, that's very nice. Switch 2 gave you 5 shiny dragons, Team Flare says. Oh my gosh. Well, let's say hi to some people very quickly, and then we will get into the stream. So Connor Watt, hi. Team Flare, hi. Kevin, hi. Kieran, hi. Olara, hi. Gage, hi. Nightbot, hi. And I know Xander's here. Xander, hi. And that may be actually that might have been everyone, but if I did miss anyone, please let me know. And if you have said hello in the chat, please also make sure to click like on the video. Let's make sure the number of people watching live never exceeds the amount of likes on the video, and let's just make sure that everyone who joins in on chat likes as well, because it does help out. With all that said, I think we're kind of largely pretty much good to go now, or something like that. Shade Van Fan, hello, welcome. So guys und gals und nine, is he here or is he not here? That is the question. I'm gonna say here. Okay, so guys, gals, non-binary pals. We did have a bunch of tickets for a few weeks that had been the same for a long time, but now they're different. My current tickets are for Tapu Bulu, Thunderous, and Kartana. I added Tapu Bulu after everyone else caught it. Isn't that fun? Tapu Bulu, Thunderous, and Kartana. So what I need you guys, gals, non-binary pals to do is I need you guys to let me know if you're able to do any of those Pokemon, okay? So let's use the old template Areno, where you can say strike, and then you don't need to say the number of times you've played today, because it's 0 for everyone, but it's strike, and then I can do, and then it's Tapu Bulu, Thunderous, and or Kartana. And yes, on Lara, I got the Golden Uxie, and I also got Guzzlord, which I didn't realize this until afterwards, but is my final phase 1 dragon. So we didn't do any emojis, but it is my last dragon. But there are a couple of phase 2 dragons and stuff. In all honesty, sort of, I do kind of have in some ways like a phase 1.5 5, because I do have a shiny Latias in Pokemon Go, but I've never actually put it in my games. So maybe like Latias could be a sort of... we could kind of add it to the rotation maybe once we, you know, get to the point of having only 2 tickets. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very glad to have Uxie, particularly after a while of only getting wild cards. Then we got one of my regular tickets, immediately followed by another wild card. Like, I again, didn't have any wild cards for like, what, 8 months? And then I've gotten 3 in like less than 2 months. It's pretty wild. 1.5, what are you, Kingdom Hearts? Something like that. I wish I had a witty Kingdom Hearts response. I don't. I saw a Vam. See, instead of sort of Vam, get it? See, like, that's terrible. Okay, so anyway, Bark. So here's what we're going to do. So Strike I can do, and then it's Tapu Bulu, Thunderous, and Kartana. Ready, set, bow, let me know. I should have said that before getting caught up in chat. Yes, so ready, set, bow, let me know as of right now. Thank you for waiting, by the way, though, everyone. Well done for, like, following the rules when I was a bit like, why has, like, no one said anything? Oh, I didn't say the phrase. Okay, so let's see who we've got here. Onlara can do any... What a world we live in, where Onlara can do anything, and, like, pretty much everyone else is like, oh, I don't know if I can really do this. Oh, I really want to do Tapu Bulu, but we only have Tulu who can do the Bulu. Oh, dear. Why did everyone get Tapu Bulu, like, 3 weeks ago? Why? Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let me just figure this out for a sec. So we got a couple of Thunderouses and a Kartana. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we could have, like, Kieran, Conowat, Team Flare do, like, Thunderous, and then we could have, like, Gage and Onlara and Kevin do Kartana. Something like that? Does that sound good? Does that make sense? The spreadsheet's not filling itself in, so I now have to, you know, make this come to life myself. But let me just check. Yeah, so I'm thinking, so Team 1 Thunderous, Conowat, Kieran, Team Flare, and then Team 2 Kartana. We'll then have, like, Onlara, Kevin, and Gage, right? Was that right? Did I just say that correctly? Let me know if I messed up. Let me know if that all sounds good. And then we'll proceed to get on with the show, shall we? Because it is 2:09 already, so we do kind of need to hurry up. But yeah, if that all sounds good with everyone, so as a quick final reminder, and if this is wrong, then, like, you know, let me know. Like, but Team 1, Thunderous, Conowat, Kieran, Team Flare, Team 2, Kartana, Onlara, Gage, Kevin. Hopefully that all sounds good. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully you guys are all happy with that. So without further ado, let's connect to the Wycom on our thing. Yeah, let's connect right here, and then we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. We're going to say yes. We're going to say anything goes, but I'm going to say Thunderous, and then we shall go like this. Let's get code in. Let's go 0622 and then like 0212. How about that? So 06220212. I realized I missed a mystery gift event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet this morning. They're giving a Fluttermane, and I realized by the time I was like, oh yeah, wasn't there like a code for a Fluttermane that I saw yesterday when I was busy, and like, oh, it's already gone. So never mind. Get the lead out, people. We have Tapu Bulus to ignore. Oh my gosh. I know, I just can't believe it. Right, so Seyo, and then Victor, and Flare. Okay, excellent. So you guys know Thunderous, we'll do the speedrun version of it. Awkward Fellow, who's electric and flying type, which means he's weak to ice and rock. Rock is slightly better than ice because... Thunderous has Weather Ball, but we'll get back to that later. Hang on a sec. Oh, there we go. Other types, obviously ground types are brilliant. Lightning Rod ability Pokemon are amazing. Manectric and Cantonian Raichu. Shout out to Volt Absorb Lantern. And then dragon types, grass types, and other electric types are all electric resistant. Watch out for Spread Sludge Wave. Watch out for Rain Dance and Weather Ball and Rain Dance and Thunder. If we change the weather, that means Weather Ball can change with it. And that's why Rock is slightly better than Ice, because Max Rockfall is more preferable to Max Hailstorm if we have the choice of a fourth player. So I'm going to go with Thunder. Munchlax does have good special defense. It otherwise doesn't. We don't really. Roselia does have Weather Ball, so I will just throw that out there. Roselia could potentially be useful, like a electric resistor with a rock type move. But Tenchi, hello, Xander. In other news, main story of Let's Go Pikachu is done. I saw you've been playing it. Gonna catch everything you can before moving on to Eevee and getting those version exclusives. And then you'll be able to complete your home Pokedex, which is pretty nifty, by having them. So that's pretty cool. Connor, you did indeed get the Fluttermane gift. Good, good, good. Well, well done for doing it in time. Because I did not. And yes, Tenchi, hello. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to all of my chat. Happy Sunday to you. Home shinies is the goal. That's the spirit. Okay, slow. Okay, so we're gonna need to switch to Slowbro. Absolutely. Hopefully for a rock type, but let's see what we've got. Clang, hang on. Oh, too much, too fast. Okay, there is an ice on the right, which is nice. And we're gonna have to switch out Drifblim as well. Let's see what the ice type is. Please be a good. Okay, Cryogonal. Cryogonal is actually pretty good. So it doesn't actually matter which way we go, though. We can get Cryogonal whether we go left or right. So the question is, who do we get on the way? And the answer is, I don't really know. Oh gosh. Clang. If it's Clang, doesn't that have Power Gem? No, we went the okay, but Lickitung does have Blizzard, so more like a wizard. So maybe in a rare move, we might actually want the Lickitung for once. Like we might want to switch Drifblim for Lickitung, and then the fourth place for the Cryogonal, and that could sound good. So does that sound like a plan? Like, we'll get the Lickitung for player 3, and then the Cryogonal for player 4. So Drifblim for Lickitung and Slowbro for Cryogonal. And then this way... I'm going to use one Max Ooze here, as weird as this sounds, because you guys all have special moves. So yeah. And then I'll use Body Slam afterwards. In Rune Factory news, you watched a sweet scene with Choi Long today and learned why he can sometimes come across as a bit wooden. So basically, yes, so you are indeed getting through the friendship and everything like that. Very cool, very cool. Because, yeah, he's like such an interesting character, and on the surface, you'd kind of think, like, why is, I don't know, he is just a bit, like, odd kind of thing, and then you find out when you do all like the friendship stuff, which is really cool. It's a really cool story. Right, Leaf Storm. Okay, turn 1 Leaf Storm, little bit risky. I do prefer those turn 2 Leaf Storms. Oh, Blizzard, more like a wizard. Because the thing is, imagine how much damage that Leaf Storm would have done on turn 2 now that we have a special attack boost. Whereas like another Leaf Storm on this second turn is just not really going to do much damage. Right, I'm going to go Body Slam now. Hopefully this does a lot. Sky! Hello! Hopefully we now have some more people for Tapu Bulu in Team 3. But we'll have to see. But Sky, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you? Happy Sunday. I have been a busy boy since Friday. I just kind of, now that like I've got everything set up in this room, I then kind of tidied things up a bit more. I still need to perhaps tidy up 1 or 2 things, but I have way less stuff like out and about than I did back in the old place, because in the old place I kind of like had to have everything out all the time. Whereas now I kind of like have some room to actually like kind of store things in boxes and stuff like that. So that's what I've done. So I just have way more stuff that's like out. Less stuff that's all on top of one another. Don't know about you, but it's absolutely boiling hot where you are. It's probably hot here, but because America is deceptive with its excellent air conditioning systems. In fact, actually, my brother sent me a video yesterday. It was like a series of like TikToks that were like compiled of people saying about how brutal British summers are, but like foreign people. So it was like foreign people being like, I have like endured like 40-degree like Celsius, 40 degrees in like China, and yet like 28 in England. Like there's just something about it that hits differently. And it is true, there is just something about the summers in England and with like how the houses are built and the humidity and stuff like that, where it's just kind of brutal. It's just kind of brutal. So I have no idea. What? Hang on, let me check my phone. Let me see if I can see what the temp. Okay, it says it's only 76 here, so that's probably why it's not too bad here today. But Xander says 93. That sounds painful. Yeah, girl, Z Unique, hello. It's your 23rd birthday today. Well then, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, girl, Z Unique. Happy birthday to you. Well, thank you for joining us, even if it is just briefly, on your birthday. That is absolutely amazing. Like the video and make a wish. So drift blim, 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 drift blim. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Perfect. Sorry, we got distracted. Very nicely done. The question is who. Oh, so we want to go. Well, it doesn't matter which way we go here actually, but we probably just want to go for the Jigglypuff because it's easier. I'm assuming there is the possibility of some science, but ironically, Kieran is like the one person who we shouldn't science. Well, not the one person we shouldn't science, but yes. But you guys are unique. Well, happy birthday. Now, is it insanely hot where you are? That's the current topic of conversation. I hope it's not. I hope it's nice, but not too insanely hot wherever you are. The lack of air conditioning and the humidity make it understandable why heat waves. Well, that's the thing, yeah, because just air conditioning is like not a thing, and like. Even like the heating, like a lot of the heating is done like with radiators rather than with like an air system. So, oh, gunk shot. I don't get to use that very much. So, yeah, it and that's the thing. The houses and the houses are built to retain heat because of how cold it gets in the winter. So when it does get hot in the summer, it's like, oh, let me hold on to all this heat for you, and people are like, no, please don't. But they have to make the houses so that they aren't as brutal in the winter, even though they are still brutal in the winter. There was an Alolan Sandslash. Ooh. Was there? Oh, we'll have to look into that. But I would rather have Cryogonal than Alolan Sandslash is the thing, because... Unless, like, Sandslash was on the right path. In fairness, I did select to go, if it was on the right path, I did select to go to the right. I said Clang instead of Lickitung, so... Lickitung singing around, row, or happy birthday to you, birthday, happy birthday to you. I can't sing it around. But yes. Oh, I thought it was a Pazaka. I thought the steel type was a Pazaka. Was it definitely a Sandslash? I thought it was Pazaka. That's why I left it alone. Because Pazaka only knows like Thunder and Amnesia and Metal Claw or something like that. We'll have a look in a sec. I could have sworn it was Pazaka. That's why I was just like, yeah, Jigglypuff. I thought it was Pazaka. I think Kieran maybe is thinking it might have been as well. Okay. Yeah, if you have good insulation, it helps in the summer, only if you can cool the house with, like, air conditioning. Yeah, so... Yeah, it's just kind of brutal. That's the thing. So, like, don't get me wrong. If you are outside, like, and you have, like, the really, really hot days that we've had here, like, the days where it gets into, like, the triple digits in Fahrenheit, then... like being here is worse. But in terms of actually being like in a house, like every house I've been in here has like had some kind of air conditioning or something, and it's just never been as bad. So yeah. Righty ho. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. We don't want to switch for no Jigglypuff. Although admittedly, if I did use fake tears, that could be a viable strategy. I'm going to go for it. I know I have Fire Punch, which is good for Cryogonal, but I'm going to go for it. Okay, so we want to go for Cryogonal now. I know there's 2 sciences, and we've done neither of them. Oh, hang on. Oh, we can't see what the... No, that's definitely Berserker. That's definitely Berserker. Yeah, so luckily, we didn't miss a good Pokemon there. Cacjon, hello. Yeah, definitely Berserker. You imagine Lickipuff sings like the happy birthday to you, or whatever. Yes. Cacjon, hello. How did you get the Fat White Dragon before me? Pure skill, and by skill I mean luck. It was pretty wild because I got Uxie on Tuesday and then Guzzlord on Friday. So there was only like a 1 stream gap between shiny legendaries, which we did have that like once before. Well, actually no, not even that once before. I think I can't remember, but okay. I'm going to use the same strategy, but for Cryogonal. And please Dynamax if you've got it, because that's very important. But yes, your girls are unique. Thank you all for the birthday wishes, and hello again. Glad you catch a bit. Well, no, it's lovely having you here. I always find it so lovely when people come by to say hi on their birthday, that people want to like spend even like a little bit of their birthday with us. Like, honestly, that really makes me very happy. The VA swag granted extra shiny luck. There we go. That's the spirit. But no, I'm sure you'll get it soon, Cacjon. Again, there are other things that people get before me, like Tapu Bulu. Okay. Right, Max Strike. Again, Cryogonal does have an insanely good special defense, so I know that like, a Fire Punch from Munchlax would have been way better, but I have fake tears, more like a fake beers. Ooh, there we go. The old grassy terrain coming through. Right, I'm gonna set up a light screen just to help out Roselia, maybe. Yes, Sky. So Sky, I got Uxie on. I got Uxie on like Tuesday, and then on Thursday we just had like a regular stream, and then on Friday I got Guzzlord. It was, to quote my friend Ryan Bartley, wild. But yes, so we're 2 closer now. The phase 1 is down to 7 Pokemon. We have 3 tickets and 4 wild cards. We only have 4 wild cards now. The idea of like doing 2 wild cards every day is getting a little bit more ridiculous, I must admit, because we're running out of wild cards. So the thing is, when we get to like the end of the stream, we might get to a point soon where, oh gosh, are we gonna beat this in 3 turns? I hope so. I'm a bit worried we're not gonna beat this. Oh, reflect. Okay. That's fine. Right, flamethrower, come on. More like a flamethrower. Oh, it's burned! Okay, come on, please. 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 Oh, gosh. We're not going to KO this, are we? Oh, gosh. Satella, hello, welcome. Oh, no, wait, I probably should use Draining Kiss. I think I meant to use Draining Kiss, but... oh, crud. Are we about to lose our... Oh, gosh. Are we about to lose our Dynamax? Are we about to lose our Dynamax? To a Oh, crud. And this is why Lickitung sucks. I wish there had been a Sand Slash. Would have helped. Draining Kiss wouldn't have like got the KO anyway. Well, it would have if I'd have used it twice. If I'd have not used Light Screen, if I'd used Fake Tears and then Drain Kiss, we maybe would have won. But even then, to be honest, Jigglypuff is so weak that I'm not sure if we would have. Oh, did we miss a leaf storm? Is that why we... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Maybe if you didn't spend all your time crying... When did I cry? I don't even remember joke crying. Okay. So... so, should I... Oh, gosh. Do I switch for the cryogonal now? Because I'm Dynamaxing? And we just have to put up with the fact we've got a Slowbro in our team? I think maybe... Oh, the fake tears. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, very good. And by very good, I mean like a 6.7 out of 10. Oh, gosh. I think I have to switch here. Because otherwise... Because, like, Roselia needs the ice move. Like, Jigglypuff needs to be the one to switch here. Because Roselia needs Weather Ball to be an ice-type move. Yep, never mind. Okay. It's not the first time my wit has gone unappreciated. So, yeah. Kaz, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so here's my theory, my game theory. Roselia should attack with extra sensory. I'm going to use fake tears, you guys are going to use your moves, and then if we get a chance to Dynamax, we're going to use Dynamax Max Hailstorm, okay? But I'm not going to Dynamax, because I think it's just kind of pointless. Okay. But yeah, the whole point of that was for our Dynamax to be an ice move. Oh, okay, Roselia can switch to Weather Ball now. Weather Ball is now Roselia's most powerful move. So, okay, Ice Beam, more like a nice beam. Oh, that did a lot. Was that a crit? Yes, okay, that explains that. But okay, we actually might... Okay, if I use Fake Tears and then we use Weather Ball and Ice Beam, we actually might, like, win this now. We actually might be able to beat this in like 2 turns now. In fact, if you wanted to like Dynamax and use Max Geyser, you could. But then again, you don't have much health, so maybe not. I would just Weather Ball and we'll let Lickitung do it. He keeps using Rain Dance again! Okay, Ice Beam. More like a nice beam. Freeze, maybe? Cheap Freeze? Some Cheese Freeze? Okay, no, it's getting more desperate. I did think about using Light Screen, but, I mean, look, that did nothing. Nothing! Weather Ball. Ooh, you came in like a Weather Ball. I think Thundurus has bad special defense. This one certainly does, because that's wild. We just 2-turned that with, like... no Dynamax, and like a Cryogonal being the only good thing. That's incredible. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Team 1, very well done. That was incredible. Team Flare, you must leave. Okay, well, good luck catching it. Let us know if you get a shiny in like the comments or something. And guys, gals, non-binary pals, please like the video. Before anyone leaves, you must like the video. I will glue your hand to the desk and only unglue it once you have liked the video. So well done, everyone. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars, like the video. Team 2, please get ready, okay? This is going to be... Let me double check. It's going to be Onlara, Gage, and Kevin. So here we go. Lickitung is a no. Jigglypuff is a no. Cryogonal is a no. But will we get the slightly purple Thundurus? No. Ah, dang. I really would love to be on a legendary streak right now, but, you know. Well. Oh, Tenchi, I will get the heat gun in a moment. Okay. So, let's check. No Sparkles, no Sparkles, no Sparkles. And then let's just check. Okay, so we've got let's not be too hasty. But we do have to speed up a little bit. A timid Jigglypuff. And then, oh, that's, relaxed? Sassy. I knew that was sassy. I was like, it's either relaxed or sassy, and then it was sassy. It's like sassy speed. It's no, I'm not going to say that. But it's like the special defense sassy speed. And then, yeah, bashful. Someone said bashful. Thunderous. Okay. Who do I'm going to go with the timid Jigglypuff, because that's just kind of funny. So there we go. So Team 2, please get ready for Kartana. And this is going to be on Lara, Gage, and Kevin. And then for Tapu Bulu, we might be able to have some people like Kiba and Sky and whoever else. But we'll have to see. If people can't do Tapu Bulu, we'll have to just figure it out. Okay, Jigglypuff's been sent to a box. Like or hammer. Exactly, Zada gets it. Okay, there we go. So, welcome back. Would you like us to keep Thunderous? Yes, I would like to get a Thunderous. So yeah, Team 2. On Lara, Gage, Kevin, please come on down. Oh, Tenchi. Oh, Tenchi can join as well. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so yeah, that'll be in 20 minutes though, okay? So Kartana, on Lara, Gage, Kevin, please come on down. Make sure you are connected on the Wycom. It's so easy to forget. I tend to forget in Scarlet and Violet. Right, anything goes, but then I'm selecting Kartana. And then, woo! Here we go. Oh, hang on, what did Team Flag get? Oh, finally finished what you could in Ultra Sun, but your help finishing the Dex fell through. No! So you're currently working through Ultra Moon, and then you're back in Poipole Purgatory. No! So hang on, what did Team Flag get? Oh, you got a dupe. Didn't say what, but we'll have to find out. Tell us the dupe. Dupe. Okay, 06220232. Hopefully that's not too confusing. 06220232. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. There we go. But yes. No, yeah, I've been a busy boy since Friday. I got the Guzzlord, and then I tidied up my room more now that I have everything set up. Kartana, it's super duper mega weak to fire. Special attack over physical. If we need to use fighting, fine. And watch out for Leaf Blade. You guys know all this. Kartana is just one of the most straightforward. Oh, Hitmonchan, Fire Punch. Electabuzz does have Helping Hand, which is a pretty nifty support move. And Vaporeon does have Weather Ball, and if we do get the Sun up, then Vaporeon can become a Fire-type move user. So Weather Ball is always useful for, like, weather change stuff. But we went with Druddigon, which was a surprise to me. Okay, but the problem is with fourth place Pokemon is they can have a bit of a rubbish move at first. Right, okay, Swampert is bad. Oh gosh, hang on, was there any fire there? Oh gosh, I'm not sure if there was any fire. Swampert, some kind of normal type. Oh no, that's Unpheasant. Dang, nope. Heliolisk, nope. Gloom, no. What's the Pukumuku? No. Kangaskhan, no. What's in the top left? Chansey. Oh gosh, this is disastrous. I've gone left because Swampert's good against Electabuzz. Although don't use water on Heliolisk. Heliolisk is immune to water, so watch out Vaporeon. There's no fire, is there? Apart from my Hitmonchan, there is no fire. And to be honest, I didn't really see any fighting. I don't think. Apart from, ironically, again, Hitmonchan. I'm noticing a pattern here. Okay. I am gonna Max Knuckle. More like a Max Shuckle. What I can do in a minute is I could switch to a Max Flare. Because that is still sort of pseudo super effective on Heliolisk. But I still think getting a Max Knuckle in is good for the old attack moves. So, save us, Bo, you're our only hope. I know, like, what is this? Oh, well, hang on. Was there any science? Was there any science? Because if there is some science, then we could try science. Because isn't that the strategy we tried the other day? Like, oh, we'll switch for a scientist? I didn't look for any science, but maybe we could try scientist. Admittedly, Drudigan does resist grass moves, so that is one thing I will give to Drudigan. Max Knuckle never fails. Tails for whales never fails. Is what my mum says whenever she's picking a coin toss. And 50% of the time she's right. Okay. Ooh, that did a lot. Gage, what do you swap for? My answer to that question would be maybe we just have to wait and see, or we try switching you for science. I am going to max Knuckle again because we know the first time it did half, so I'm just going to do it again. Let's see if we get some science. If not, we might just have to go for something like the Kangaskhan at the end. Right, max strike, but it goes to Drudigan, so it does nothing. Excellent. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be saying I tidied up. I did laundry. I did my first batch of laundry in this new place, including a much sort of needed, overdue wash of my bedding now that we have our own washer that's like a bigger washer than the ones we had at like the old place. Oh, Clefairy. Oh, was there an actual Clefairy? If there was a full-on Clefairy, we could have Clefairy instead of Vaporeon. Oh, Clefable. Because I was going to say, like, I thought there was a Clefable, but I was like, was there a Clefairy somewhere? But okay, no, yeah, Clefable is useless. Like, utterly useless. Unfortunately. Well, it's not utterly useless. I mean, it can tank a Leaf Blade. I honestly think that maybe the thing we do... Yeah, do you want to know my theory? My game theory? Was Hitmonchan the fastest thing there? Because if Hitmonchan was faster than Vaporeon, then here's my theory, my game theory. Also, I do think Unfezant could be good here. Yeah, Gloom... Chansey, Kangaskhan. Okay, we have gone for the... Oh, because the scientist... Sorry, there's a scientist there. Okay, Kevin or Gage, you could go for this, I guess. If you wanted to. I did have a different theory, though, that maybe we could have just let a turn pass by. Like, if we had gone against Unfezant, Electabuzz could have Dynamaxed, and then against the next thing, we could have just let Drudigan not Dynamax, and then that means I could have Dynamaxed. And then that means we could have had Vaporeon with Weather Ball. Oh, never mind, it's a Blaziken. Never mind. Science! The science for fire actually worked today. Science for fire strats actually worked today. Yep, nope, jackpot. Bada bing, bada boom. As long as we use Fire Pledge instead of Blaze Kick, it's over. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so we don't want the Clefable, but we wanted to fight the Clefable because of science. I do think... Hang on. Oh, no, we can't check the speed of the Vaporeon now. I'm going to go for Thunder Punch just because... Does paralyzing it mean it can get paralyzed occasionally? And if we're using, like, electric moves, in theory, my electric moves would be more powerful. Yeah, the less fire on the paths, the better. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think the other day when we had the, like, literally 0 fire path, even though we did do science as well, I was gonna say, I sort of joked that I was tempted to go through, like, the whole list of Pokemon and see, like, how many things have fire. Maybe I even will right now. Shall I do it, chat? Shall I go through the Cerebi list and see, like, how much fire there is? So it's like, okay, so Charmeleon, 1. And then, like, Nidoking has fire, so, like, that's 2. Clefairy, 3. Let's see. Clefairy, 3. Oh, Slowbro, 4. Alolan Marowak, 5. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan is 6 and 7. 6 and 7. And then Magmar is like number 8. Flareon is 9. Togetic is 10. So we're on 10. Let's just see. Combuskin and Blaziken are 11 and 12. This is just me quick counting, so I could be missing things. Manectric is like 13. I won't count Weather Ball users just because that does, you know, overcomplicate things. But I think so. Manectric was 13, wasn't it? So Torkoal and Altaria make 14 and 15. Let's see. Absol has Fire Blast. Not very good Fire Blast, but that can count as 16. See, Cherim can kind of use fire, but I won't count it. But did I say Absol was 16? Right, we don't want to switch to this because we're good without. Munchlax has fire, so I'm going to say 17. Skuntank is 18. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. And then who do we want? Do we just want to go? Actually, should we go for Chansey? Because it's got a very weak physical defense, and we've got like loads of physical moves, including like Blaziken has like close combat. I have Power Up Punch, and Druddigon is physical as well. I think I was at like 17, right? I'm gonna say 17. Ordino makes 18. We'll say that 18 give or take, because I may have messed up the counting now. 18. Oh, lots. Okay, Lampent's 19. Heatmore is 20. Talonflame is 21. Gourgeist makes like 22. And then Salazzle 23. There are loads of Weather Ball users though as well. Thievul is 24. More Weather Ball. Carkol and Colossal 25 and 26. Center Scorch is 27. 28 for Alcremie. Indeedee makes 29. And yeah, so I counted about 29, but there's so many Weather Ball Pokemon as well that it's like if you have, you know, those Pokemon, ooh, close combat. But if you count the Weather Ball, it's like if you have like one Fire type, then there are all these Weather Ball Pokemon who essentially can then like be added on as well. Yes, close combat. That was very powerful indeed. And because that was helping handed, right? Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Okay. So we don't want the Chansey. The funny thing is, like, if we didn't have the Electabuzz, you could always say, "Oh, switch for a Helping Hand" or something. But I think we're good here. Yep, Helping Handed Blaziken, yeah. This is why I know I often say about like, oh, Electabuzz because of Helping Hand, but Helping Hand is very good. Kevin, if you were feeling spicy, you could switch here if you liked. Because now that we have Blaziken, I feel so confident of victory that we can waste the chat's time by switching for a water ground type. That was literally one of the worst things that we could have had. So let's Helping Hand Blaziken, as long as Blaziken uses like the Fire Pledge Max Flare and not the Blaze Kick one, we'll be good here. I would argue that Whiscash is a little bit worse. Like it could have been Whiscash. Or Seismitoad. Seismitoad maybe would have been even worse. Right, Fire Punch, more like a fire lunch. Arceus has favorites and it sure ain't me, Kevin says. Fair. That honestly might be true, Kevin. I'm here to give, you know, I know I'm the author of a happiness book and I'm generally a positive person, but that might be true, Kevin. That might be true. Okay, here's Blaziken. Blaze. DKG. I'm now going to call you DKG. Hello, welcome. Right, Helping Hand. More like a helping plan. And then, okay, Vacuum Wave. It's trying to knock out our Helping Hander, but it's already too late. Oh, wow, that did a lot. For a non-stab move that was physical, that did a lot. And there we go, and there goes the battle. Well done, everyone. Very nice. What number would be the opposite of 777? I would say 666 would be like considered. I know it's like evil, but I think people also kind of consider it bad luck. Well done, everyone. Anyway, I tidied my room, I did laundry, and I made banana oat peanut butter bars for the first, well, actually no, second time in a while. But I like kind of blitzed up the oats so that they were like finer, because I wanted to see how that played around with things, and it's interesting, in all honesty. They do, I feel like they have a bit more stability as a blended up oat rather than a whole oat. Right, here we go, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in. And let's do this thing. So, here, I'll talk about the banana bars in a sec, though. Heliolisk, no. Clefable, no. Chansey, no. But will we get a silver thingied katana? No. But again, I did just get Guzzlord and Yuxi, so I'm kind of not... I'm not really... Guys, do you think... Let me just do some quick mental math here. If I got... Okay. If I got Guzzlord 2 weeks before the 4th of July, aka Independence Day, do you think that I will get another shiny legendary before the celebration of the independence of this nation? That is my question to you. Do you think I will be so lucky as to, in less than 2 weeks, because I also might not stream on that day, because I imagine people will be busy. We'll take we'll take a temperature check nearer the time and see what plans people have, but I imagine even though it's a day off, a lot of people will have plans. No sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. But anyway, Brave. Let's not be too hasty. Oh, and then that's Rash. Yeah, something funny about a Rash Chansey. And then, oh, a neutral Katana. Bashful. Okay. So who do I want to go for, though? That's the question. I kind of like the idea of the Rash Chansey, not gonna lie. So there we go. I say you'll get one before the fireworks go off. That is interesting. That is interesting indeed. So yes. Right. Tenchi, you were late with the sparkles. Well, then no wonder no one got any. And where are those cookies? I'm kidding. No, okay. So everyone, let me just save the Katana ticket and then we will move on swiftly with Team 3. Yes. Okay, excellent. Okay, so Team 3. I'm smiling with glee. Team 3. So can we just get a check on who is around for a Tapu Bulu? We had a bunch of people who I'm hoping can do Tapu Bulu who have not played at all today. So could you please say, strike the number of times you've played and let me know if you can do a Tapu Bulu, please. Ready, set, bow, let me know. But let's see. Okay, so Sky can do a Bulu. That's good. And then, oh, well, hang on. Kiba was here for like 1 second earlier, right? Was it, or someone was... Oh, what, maybe I'm making that up. But Tenchi's here. So we could have like Tenchi, Sky, and Onlara. In all honesty. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give it 10 seconds for anyone else who can or can't do Tapu. Well, don't let me know if you can't do Tapu Bulu. But I'm going to give 10 seconds for anyone else. Like, if you can do a Tapu Bulu, now is the time to let me know. But I am thinking of having the super team of Supernova, Skywatcher, and Onlara. It's the Super Scon Lara? Tenchi, bake some scones as well. Okay. Oh, there's Kiba. Onlara, are you good for a bunch of the wild cards, though? Because maybe, I am aware that you are around a bit less, but we can kind of tip that to your favor in the wild card, perhaps. Actually, did I update the wild card? Let me just check. No, wait, I'm doing the wrong thing because I'm a ding-dong. There we go. But yeah. Yes, I actually did. Okay. Nice. Actually, look at me being organized. Okay. So, okay, let's have, in which case then, let's have Tenchi, Kiba, and Sky. And then on Lara, I'm going to put you in, like, Team 4. I don't know what it is yet. It will probably be a Buzzwole with Kevin, if I had to guess. And I updated the spreadsheet as well. Look at me go. But yeah, so Team 3, Tapu Bulu. Yes, Tapu Bulu. Let's have Tenchi, Kiba, and Sky. And let's do this thing, shall we? On Lara, you were so close. Only wild cards you can do are Buzzwole and Celesteela. We will definitely get you in for, like, at least one of those. So that's okay. Okay, so let's not be too hasty. Let's connect to the internet first, okay, on the YCOM, and then we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. And then I'm going to say anything goes, except I'm going to select Tapu Bulu. Oh, Kieran got a shiny Thievul. Very cool. Right, there's a Tapu Bulu silhouette. So let's go 0622 and then 0252. 0622 0252. That's the code. Ready, set, bow. Team 3, Tenchi, Kiba, Sky. Let's do this thing. So yeah, here we go. But yeah, the peanut butter banana oat bars. It's like a 4 ingredient recipe. You just need like oats, or but you can have like oat flour, but like you can have oats and either just have the oats whole, or you can like blitz them up yourself a bit. Like if you want a finer texture, you can go nuts. But as long as you have like say like oats or oatishness, and then like peanut butter and mashed bananas, and like that's your base. But then you also can have like the 4th ingredient of like chocolate chips and mix them in. And then you bake it. I forgot to put my chocolate chips in the mixture. For whatever reason, I often forget to do that with this recipe. I think it's because in my head I call it a 3-ingredient recipe. And I think maybe the original recipe didn't call for chocolate chips. But I was like, yeah, but you got to have some chocolate chips in there. So it's technically 4. But I always think of it as a 3-ingredient. But I forgot to mix them in, and I just kind of added them on the top at the end. And to be honest, it looks more aesthetically pleasing when you do that. So, okay. So, Tapu Bulu, you guys, gals, non-binary pals know this. It's super duper mega weak to poison, and then it's also weak to fire, ice, flying, and steel. It's weak to a lot of things, because it's grass and fury. So, yeah. Okay. Seeking, although it is weak to grass, it has poison jab, so I am going to go with that. As silly as that sounds. But maybe Comfey is like the best thing there. Hopefully. We'll figure it out. Okay. But yeah, it's like 3 mashed bananas, 2 cups of oats, and a half cup of peanut butter. And then like a half a cup of, I think like a half a cup of chips. Or like somewhere between a quarter and a half, depends on how chippy you like your things with chips in. And then you like bake it at like 350 for like 12 minutes. But that's the thing, when I had it as like the oat bars, I found that they were like stickier, but because I blitzed it up, I feel like it baked a little bit better. So that as well. Right. Magneton is to the right, which is a steel type. And I don't know if there's any actual like poison anywhere, so Forgive me if I missed any poison. At first, I was just kind of on the lookout for, like, fire and ice. I was thinking of the grass, so I was thinking of, like, fire and ice and flying, and then I was like, oh, wait, poison. Yeah, just forgive me if there was any poison I missed there, but I don't think there was any poison. I don't think there was any poison. Okay, seeking and sun. Now, does Comfey have a... It doesn't have a grass move, does it? Oh, it does have Energy Ball. Okay, who's faster between Seeking and Comfey? Oh, Comfey by a mile. Nevertheless, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, no, wait. Nope, ignore me. I was gonna use Max Ooze to boost our stats, but I believe Quagsire has Unaware, and that means that it would ignore our stat boosts, so there's no point in me boosting your special attack at all, because it will just ignore it. We can lower its stats, like if I had Max Darkness, I could lower its stats, but it kind of just makes sense to me to attack with Rain and kind of double-edged sword this thing, so here we go. I know, I'm really leaning into the whole Seeking has a poison move thing, even before the Bulu. Right, Assurance, nice. Correct, Quagsire is unaware, and with a face like that, how could it be anything else? True, very true. But yeah. The only other thing... Okay, oh, no, now it's using Amnesia. And it doesn't ignore itself. It just ignores what we've got. So, if you got physical moves, hit it with physical, I guess. But otherwise, just keep going with the energy balls and whatever else we've got. Okay. Oh, no, energy ball. Snarl. Okay, that does lower its special attack if it goes for any, like, focus blasts or whatever else. The irony is we might have been better with a Snarl on turn 1 and an Assurance on turn 2, but... Oh, that was so close! The thing I literally just... Oh, no! The thing I literally just said would have got us the victory. Oh, no. But yeah, move order does matter, I guess, is the moral of the story. Right, anyway, keep going, everyone. We're just one hit away here. Use whatever is most accurate. Most accurate and most able to get us the KO. Energy Ball, yes! Well done, everyone. Very nice work. Okay. Team 3, I am smiling with glee. Okay, so we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. But yeah, I am still playing Dragon Quest. I'm about like 55 hours into it now. I might play it a bunch like this evening or whatever. I don't know yet. But it is just... Like, I am having a bit more fun with it again, but it is just such a slog. Like, I think I'm getting kind of close to quote-unquote the end of the game, like the credits rolling. But apparently the credits rolling isn't really the end, and it's kind of more of like a fake out. And I'm just kind of like, but I kind of want this game to be over, because it's kind of just sort of basic. Like, it just doesn't feel like a game that should be this long. There's just not enough to it for it to justify it being this long. Anyway, we want the Magneton, don't we? So should we switch Persian for Magneton? And then... Oh! Persimmon! Doesn't Persimmon have a Poison Jab? So maybe we might want to do Persimmon. Because also, as well, a Vespiquen will have max Airstream, and so that could be pretty nifty. Even after exploding, Quagsire still has that smile. I know, it's great. I love it. Persimmon does not have poison. Who am I thinking of that does have poison? But it has acrobatics, right? It has that much. I'm probably thinking of Halucha, now that I think about it. Persimmon has, yeah, Rock Tomb, Brick Break, Substitute, Acrobatics. Yeah, I'm probably thinking of something like Halucha. Okay. I still think we might want to go against it just because of the whole Vespiquen thing I just outlined, but... If there is anything else that's just kind of easy and good for us to defeat, like, I'm happy to go for it. Because we don't have a whole lot of stuff that's, like, particularly super effective or super duper amazing. Oh, well. Okay. But yeah, but that's the thing. With Dragon Quest, see, here's the interesting thing. Normally, right, I am able to play games for about, like, on average, kind of thing. I'm able to play games for, like, say, what would be about, like, say, 2 to 3 hours a day. Not literally I play games, like, 2 to 3 hours a day, like, on top of my streams. Like, some days I am only able to play, like, an hour or something like that. But once you then factor in, like, Saturday and maybe, like, Wednesday as well, like, Wednesday, you know, sort of, like, Wednesday, Saturday, and, like, Friday night or something like that. Oh, I didn't want to say about Magnet Rise out loud. But, like, I did get my drill run in, right? Okay, as long as I did get my drill run in, that it's fine. But it sucks that I'm only able to use it once. But even so, like, generally, I'm able to, like, if I'm playing a game and I'm, like, really enjoying it, I'm usually able to easily clock in, like, 20 hours per week. I think Dragon Quest, I think with, like, Dragon Quest, I began that game, like, I think tomorrow will be, like, 4 weeks since I began it, so I've only been averaging, like, 15. And I did have the move, in fairness, which would have, but that only really should have knocked out, like, a few days. It's more just that I got so, like, you know, lack of enthusiasm that there were more days where there have been a bunch of days where I've just not really played the game, or I've not even played it at all. Even though I perhaps could have fitted it in if I really wanted to. And with other games, I would have really been like, right, okay, I'm quickly doing my chores and then I'm going to play my game. Whereas, you know, in the past few weeks, I've been more like, I'll just watch these YouTube videos instead. I'm not going to go back to it today or something like that, you know. Lavender, hello. It has been a little while. Not too long, but it's been a little while. How have you been? I hope you've been well. Happy June. To the extent that June is a happy month for you. Okay. So we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. You're out of time on your Switch. No. Dang. I felt like there was something I was going to ask you guys, but I can't remember what now. There we go. Right. Chat, here is my question for you. When you were kids, did you move house much when you were kids? And if so, like, how much? And if you did move, was it to, like, completely different places, or just still kind of like the same area? But, like, have any of you ever had to, like, switch schools because you, like, moved house? I'm interested, because I grew up in, like, my childhood home. Like, I think I lived in a house until I was about 3. Yeah, I lived in a house until I was about 3. And then, I still think we want to do the Persimmon. Because Cradilly's just kind of annoying. You encountered a backpacker. Please have a good item. Please have a good item. I'm going to go the life orb. Were you going to ask us to like and subscribe? That's what I should have done instead of this boring question about houses. Tenchi, a lot but still within the same province. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, and Sky had to move states after you finished kindergarten. At least that's sort of nice and young, at least. But yeah, but and when I say I moved house from like between 3 and like when I was like 3 years old, it was still like in the same town. It was just to like the other end of the town, basically. So it wasn't really like that radical, and I don't remember much of that old house. Ooh, berries! Hey, we got rid of poison with a Lumberry. We have not had many opportunities to just generally do that. So that's cool. Xander, moved once when you were 6, still went to the same school. Yeah, on Lara, only moved 2 times. Once when it was like less than a year old, and then once when you were around late elementary school, just to a different location, same city, no change of school. Yeah, okay, so this is why I asked this, because a lot of you are like, you have like moved house, but still stuck to like the same area, same school, stuff like that. You know, so that's quite interesting. Kieran, you moved when you were 13, really did not want to move. Moved because you were a bit far from your school. So did you move? So are you saying you moved closer to, like, you moved to be closer to your school? Is that like the gist of why you moved? But yeah, no, that's interesting though, because I think why was I thinking of that? There was like something I was thinking of like, you know, being like the new kid in the class, or I don't know what made me think of that now. There was something we said or joked about. I think, and just, you get like a lot of TV programs and stuff, like, because you probably had like a couple of kids in your time who were like, oh, here's the new kid to the class or whatever. Not loads and loads, but there'd usually be like 1 or 2 every year. But I was never that kid. You know, you guys don't seem to have necessarily been that kid. Sky also moved to a different house in the same city around the time you went to middle school, same school district though, so you still had the same friends and stuff. Yeah, so I think like I watched a clip from Recess yesterday, and like, you know what, like the 2nd episode of Recess has like Gus moving. Admittedly, maybe it's just a thing where it's like, maybe like if you are like a military kid, maybe that's why. You know, maybe like military kids are like the bulk of kids who just kind of move around to completely different places. Because in fairness, like, you know, how and why, maybe with like the internet this is an easier thing now, but there definitely would have been a time where it's like, well, how would you have gotten a job like in a completely different part of the country or something like that, you know, unless you were like in the military. But generally, for the most part, how would someone be like, oh, I'm getting a new job and in a completely different state? Come on, family, we're packing up. I mean, it would have to be like with the same company and stuff like that, right? Tenchi, you also went to many different schools to avoid bullying because the schools couldn't deal with the actual problem. Oh, well, that sucks. That puts a real downer on our fun, moving conversation. Because that's one of the sort of more downside-y type things for it. I don't. Comfey could. I know Vesperquen doesn't have a lot of health, but I still think that the only one who maybe should really potentially switch is Comfey, but even then it's fine if it doesn't. No, Tenchi, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm just playing around. But yeah. There was like something I was thinking of, or maybe someone said something in chat that made me think of that. Or maybe even just Lavender saying it's been a while, and I kind of thought, it's not been a while, but okay, anyway, sorry, Tapu Bulu, use your poison, use your flying, use your steel, whatever you got, go. Oh, the Comfey can use floral healing. I forgot, it can use floral healing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just always interesting to get that kind of insight into other people's lives, and, you know, maybe our audience is biased and skewed, but I think maybe it's just because I had moved, I was thinking, because I sort of thought about myself moving, and it's like, I've never really moved much until I moved to America, where I've moved like 6 or 7 times, I think 7 times in 7 years or something like that. You know, this week I will be celebrating 7 years in America, like having, you know, lived here. In terms of actual like time I have spent in America. I have now spent over 7 years of my life in America, but in terms of my moving here, that will be 7 years this week. I know, Sky, I forgot about it. I was just thinking of, like, Draining Kiss and Energy Ball, and I was like, well, I guess just use, like, Draining Kiss. But then it was like, oh, wait, you could heal Vespiquen. That actually could be kind of useful. So well done, everyone. Very nice work so far. Right, Poison Jab, more Poison Jab. Whoa. We've done so much damage, even though, like, we don't have, like, a stab poison here. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so I just, I've been thinking about, like, moving a lot, and I was like, well, I never had to when I was, like, a kid, but then, coming to America, I just have, like, hopped, like, so many different places. Rare boosted flora healing because of the terrain. Yes, that's true. Right. Oh, the knuckle. It's a knuckle. Leave it to the flowers to restore a bee. That better not be a Bee Life reference. Bee Life, Bee Movie reference. Okay, Max Steel Spike. Ooh, very nice. Team 3. I am smiling with glee. Seriously, Team 3, that was excellent. Well done. Very well done, everyone. So we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. Good luck on the shinies, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And if you haven't already, click like on the video. I imagine at this point, all of you have clicked like on the video. Blink, blink. But if you haven't, then now would be a perfect time to do so. Because it'd be kind of silly if you didn't. I'm thinking for the next round, if Kevin is here and if Onlara is here, maybe we could go for a buzz wall. So here's what I'm going to ask of you guys. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to maybe list if you can do a buzz wall, and then maybe also list what your tickets are. But we'll get to it in a sec. But just keep that mentally in your head, okay? So Quagsire, no. Magneton, no. Persimmon is a no. But will we get the Black Bulu? No. Dang. And I just saw someone spoiled it for me. Apparently it's Lax. So no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. Oh, we do have a modest Quagsire. Oh, there's a modest Magneton. It's a doop. And then, oh, Sassy Persimmon. And, oh, wait. There's no Lax. I was lied to. Mild. Tender and mild. But okay. But nevertheless, I'm going to go for the Magneton. So, well done, everyone. Oh, shiny Alolan Persian. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Oh, sorry, your Persian was Lax. Oh, sorry, this is why reading comments in the wrong order is stupid. You do like your steak mod as well. Yes, I know. Well, again, I have the chat fixed now, but again, I sort of have to read from the bottom. This is why I say don't split up messages. Because then I do miss stuff. Okay. Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Tapu Bulu? Yes, I would. Okay, but yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so could you guys... I'll do an example of this. Like, Strike, I can do... Let's go... Hang on, if I can type... Let's do something like this, okay? Let's say Strike. If you can do Buzzwole, say like I can do Buzzwole, and then and then put in brackets like my tickets are and stuff like that. And if you have tickets, Annihilego, Celesteela, or Stack Attacker, okay? So let me know. So ready, set, bow, here we go. Let's just try and figure out what we could do for like the next 2 rounds. Like who needs to play in this round, who can. But yeah, so if we have like Kevin hosting and Onlara joining us, but I just want to check like, because that's saying Sky doesn't have any tickets anymore, so it might be one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, well we could like get Sky in on like the next, because like maybe we could have like Onlara, Kevin, and Sky, and then we could have Kieran host the Nihilego afterwards or something like that. Tenchi's got to head out now. Nova is the last part of your name. Tenchi, thank you so much for joining. We will see you another time. Please take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye. And Tenchi, you better have liked the video before you left. Anyway, Bark. Okay, no, so guys, gals, non-binary pals. Does that maybe sound like a plan? Onlara, so Kevin hosting, and then Kevin, Onlara, Sky, and then Kieran, you can do a Nihilego God Path afterwards, because it might be all we have. Okay, but yeah, so Kevin, and Onlara, and Skywatcher, whoa, dooba, and that sounds good for the show. Okay, so yeah, let's do the internet on the Ycom, or just double check it, and then Team 4, I want some more. Let's do this thing. So we are now into the wildcard section of the stream. But again, yeah, we only have 4 wildcard Pokemon now. So the thing about the wildcard is, we might get to a point soon where maybe we just do one of the initial 3 again. You know, like we might have some streams where it's like, oh, let's just do Kartana again or something like that, you know. So we will have to see, okay? Because again, the point of the wild card was once upon a time ago we had like 10 of them, so we could say like, oh, let's do this and let's do this, and there were always enough people who had the tickets, and there were enough people who could do the different tickets, whereas now it's like, I can't do Celesteela, I can't do Nihilego, I can't do Stakataka. It's like everyone can do Buzzwole, which means that by the time I am ready to do Buzzwole myself, you guys will all have it. So here we go. And Kiba can join us at Team 5, so I'm going to put Kiba on Team 5, and then we'll hopefully be good from there. Okay, so I'm going to say anything goes. And then Kevin... okay, so Kevin's going to set us up with a code, or that is to say Kevin has already set us up with a code. So 0622-2025. I like it. Gosh, we're nearly halfway through this year. Oh, this past year or so has just been really hard, guys. And unfortunately, it's just not going to get any easier anytime soon. Even with, like, the strike lifting, like, the damage is kind of done, and I just don't really know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I am getting towards the I need a miracle territory. But okay. Boswell is super duper weak to flying, and then Theory, Psychic, Theory, Fire, and Psychic. So I'm gonna... Bronzong is actually a good Psychic, though, because Steel blocks out the bug, so that's kind of okay. I'll go with that. But yeah, so we have a lot of Fairy moves, and we have some Fire, and we have some other stuff. So this could be good. And shout out to Ghost types and Poison types for having resistance. Let's see what we got here. Rabombi. Rabombi's good, actually. And then there is Skuntank, who has Acid Spray. Yeah, honestly. Maybe we could switch, like, Jellicent for Rabombi or something. The only thing about Skuntank is it doesn't have any resistances to a Buzzwole, does it? Because, yeah, Buzzwole has this weird combo of, like, fighting and bug, which means there are a load of things that, like, double resist it. Like sort of Ghost, Theory, Flying, and I can't remember the other one. But there's a bunch of them. Now, is Jellicent... Dang. If Jellicent was setting up a terrain, I could use Steel Roller, but Kevin is a happy little bee. Oh no, he's gonna take a happy little bee. Okay, that's fine. Kieran, birthday coming up next month. Ooh, sounds good. It sounds good. We might have to have an oops all Kieran day. But please let us not do like the Nihilego God Path 5 times in a row. Right, Dazzling Gloom, more like a Dazzling Beam. Okay, Max Geyser. No, just keep using the Max Geyser. It'll work. It'll work. Kadoosh. Particularly now that you have set up the rain in Spain, mostly on the plains. Although, does this help out Marowak? Because, oh no, Marowak still has a steel move though, right? So it could still use a steel move. Yes, no, well done for using Flare Blitz and remembering about the no recoil, which is good. But you do have to be careful because once it like once it can like nullify your ability, then you can get recoil, which can be dangerous because Dynamax Pokemon have more HP. So, but I think that's the reason they did it though. They had like a Rockhead recoil Pokemon because in Dynamax you would just lose like all your health. It would be terrible. So yeah. Right. Oh, you're running out of ore, so you might not be able to do the path much longer. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, so Kevin for a bombi do. So yeah, on Lara is like neutral against fighting and still resists bugs. So Wigglytuff is like pretty good. But there is like Kadabra, there is Cofagrigus. Do we just want to go against like whoever's like easy here? I actually genuinely don't know. I'm gonna pick Kadabra because it is like the easiest one for us to beat. Like Skuntank is good against Marowak and Bronzor. Same with Cofagrigus, really. Whereas like this way, at least we do have some good moves, and as long as we hit it like physically, if we can hit it physically, that is preferable. Now, will Wigglytuff be setting up a terrain? Because if Wigglytuff is setting up a... Oh, no. Or if Rabombi is setting up a terrain... Oh, no. Actually, no, because we've got... If it's Rabombi Dynamaxing, it's going to be using Bug, isn't it? So, yeah, use your Bug. Okay. Oh, I was going to check speed stats, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to check them anyway, just to 68. Okay, I'm the slowest thing. Okie doke. Okie doke. Sorry, ignore me, I am... Oh, Wigglytuff is setting up terrain. Dang it, sorry, I thought Rabombi was next for some... Oh, no, I know why. Oh, sorry. I should use... Apologies for not using Steel Roller. It's because I forgot that I'm not hosting this. So I sort of forgot that I was thinking, like, oh, it's the second battle. That means that, like, Kevin's Dynamaxing here, right? But nope, I'm a ding-dong. I am the dingiest of ding-dongs. Oh, no. If we don't win this in one turn, because of me, all of my talk of, like, use your best moves, guys, like, most efficient moves. Oh, we just need to hit with, like, one Zen Headbutt. I just need it to hit. The guy who misses slightly inaccurate moves needs to hit one slightly inaccurate move. Oh, and this slightly inaccurate move hits! Yes! Okay. Bo wants to be the host of everything. I don't want to be the host of everything. I just want to be the hostess with the mostest. Okay, well done, everyone. Like, if I'm hosting, I just want to make sure that everyone has a good time. That's why I was thinking, like, oh, I don't want to mess up here and use Steel Roller if it doesn't work. And then it would have worked, and I messed up. So it all worked out. Again, as long as it all works out, that's the important thing. That's the important thing. Okie doke. But I don't think we really need to switch for this, because it's... Psychic is the double-edged sword type. It's like flying is definitely the best. And then you've got like your Fury, and then you've got like your Fire, and then you've got your Psychic. Question is though, we want to go for Grass, right? For the Cherrim. Because like Marowak's super effective against Cherrim. And I think that's just a Morpeko who we could maybe beat. But there are berries behind this, so... So yeah. Chat. Chat, let me ask you guys to rank, like, 2 different things, okay? So if you have experience playing Mario Kart, tell me, like, the Mario Kart games you like the most, or your favorite Mario Kart, or whatever. Like, it can be your singular favorite, it can be your, like, say, top 2 or 3 or whatever. And then if you have, like, 1 or 2 you're, like, not so keen on, like, let me know that as well. Like, so for example, like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I do think is, like, I do think that's, like, the best Mario Kart. Not sure if it's necessarily my favorite, but, and this is, I haven't played Mario Kart World yet, okay? I imagine that will very much be up there. But I like Mario Kart 8, like Wii U and Switch, so 8 and 8 Deluxe. I like Mario Kart Double Dash. I like Mario Kart 64. I like Mario Kart DS. Like, those are my favorite Mario Karts. I imagine Mario Kart World will be, like, the 5th one I've added onto that list. But I'm not really that keen on, like, the Game Boy Advance and the 3DS ones. And I'm not really that big on the Wii one is, like, okay. But and then the Wii one is okay, the SNES one is okay. I'm not really that fussed about the Game Boy Advance or the 3DS one. I just didn't really think much of the 3DS one. I went back to the 3DS one after Mario, like when I played Mario Kart Wii, I could still go back to like Mario Kart DS and it still felt like there was value and something there to it. When I went back to Mario Kart 7 after Mario Kart 8, like I was like, oh yeah, I never really like played this much, did I? I was like, well, I'll go back to it, I'll play it. And I just hated it, because like 8 just had like such good physics, it was so smooth, it was so nice. I can use Steel Roller, can't I? I was like, this is like so smooth and nice, and it was like, and the 3DS one just isn't. Like, its controls are like not very good. I like hadn't unlocked everything, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try and unlock everything, and then I was like, I actually don't want to. So let's see. Xander says Wii World DS8 Super Circuit. Interesting. So I do apologize for not like Super Circuit was just, it's fine. Maybe it's more okay, but I think it's one of those things where I would probably rate it above 7 now. For a long time, I used to say it was my least favorite, but I imagine if I played it, I'd be like, yeah, this is fine. 8 is the only one Onlera has played, which is wild. Xander, I think Onlera deserves a hammer for that. Like, 7 didn't have Waluigi. Yeah, instant 0 out of 10. DS8 Deluxe, Kaz says, including a bit of Tour. I've never played Tour, and I've never played, like, the home circuit Switch one as well, where you can, like, make your own racetracks. Yeah, I think this is, yeah. If Cherrim weren't, like, in 4th place and we had a worse team, we could go for, like, Fire Strats or something, but we've got the Berries, and we've got the Theories, and so I think we'll be fine here. No, you grew up on Pokemon and Sonic. Sonic! Onlera, what are your favourite Sonic games, then? Rank the Sonic games, Onlera. All of them. No. No, just let me know, like, a few of your favourites, and maybe, like, 1 or 2 that you were like, eh. But no. But Xander, we will still need that hammer, though. Okay, so Dynamax Energy gathered around me. I am going to use Max Mindstorm. No, but in all honesty, though, that is a bit of a thing. Like, there are probably people where they probably didn't really... Like, they may have had, like, Game Boys, but they wouldn't have had, like, home Nintendo consoles. Maybe a Wii. Maybe a Wii. But there probably are a lot of people where... I don't know, if they were like N64 onwards in age or something like that, they very realistically could have had like a PlayStation instead of a Nintendo 64, and just kind of been like PlayStation people. But maybe they also had Game Boys. So then like you could have people who are like, say, like Pokemon kids, but like not really Mario kids because of their consoles. I'm not saying that's strictly what happened to you, but you know, the idea of like, I've not really played Mario Kart, it's like that is a realistic thing, like that could very easily happen. And particularly because Nintendo did always have this very strong but distinct like two-pronged approach to like home console and then portable console, but now they've hybridized, so now the audiences have merged. So yeah, the fact that SpongeBob was confirmed for Sonic Crosswords, I know that was very wild. I think I'm still a bit confused from all that. Not gonna lie, your favorite Sonic Spinball, nice. No, that doesn't sound silly at all. That sounds awesome. Oh, that actually did apply to you on Lara, that you never had like Nintendo home consoles, just the Game Boys. Yeah, exactly. So, but that's the thing. I did have a couple of friends who were kind of like that, or maybe they had like an N64. But then once it got to like GameCube, like a lot of people didn't get the GameCube that I knew. Like not many people had GameCubes. I still knew people who had GameCubes just because of like the like friend circles I kind of ran in. But a lot of my other friends who maybe did have like an N64. Like didn't, you know, not many of them upgraded to GameCube. They then like switched to PlayStation. But again, a bunch of them maybe still, actually no, I'm not really sure how many of them got like DS's or GBAs, but hey SpongeBob, remember when we met Minecraft Steve, Persona 5 Joker, and Hudson and Miku? Okay. So, well done everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparks and stars. Here we go. Sonic Crossworld is the Smash Ultimate racing game. But instead of being announced by Xander Mobus, it will be announced by Manda Zobus. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Our parents never bought a console for our household until the Wii. We just borrowed consoles over the summer, some of your uncles saying. Oh, interesting. And that's the thing about the Wii, isn't it? Like, again, the Wii had that real kind of universalness to it, where, again, a lot of people might not have even really bothered with Nintendo until the Wii. And then they wouldn't have gotten a Wii U, because no one got a Wii U, apart from me. And then they got the Switch. But that's the thing. There probably are a lot of people who are, like, Wii and Switch people, but, like, nothing else. Or like, handhelds. Maybe. But in terms of, like, the home consoles, like, Wii and Switch might be some people's only Nintendo systems. So, Rabombi is a no. Kadabra is a no. Cherim is a no. Redneck Subom. I don't know why that's so funny, but that works out fantastically. I love it. The Wii was more because we were older, my parents wanted to play it themselves. That makes sense. Well, that's the thing, because it's that... Sorry, on this TV today, the purple on that Cherrim just looks phenomenally dark. I know it's not shiny, because the shiny has, like, blue on it, but still. Anyway, no. Will we get Mario and Luigi Super Swole Saga? No! Someday I will. Hey, I got a Wii U, Kevin says, and stopped using it after finishing Xenoblade X. I remember in, like, I think it was, like, the half a year or so before I moved to America, I had only played my Wii U for, like, what was something like 2 hours or something in, like, the half a year before I left. So it's half an hour before I left. Yes, in the half an hour before I left for America, I only played the Switch for 2 hours. No, sorry, in the half a year. So I left for America in, like, June of 2018, end of June 2018. I think in, like, 2018, whilst I still had, like, a Wii U, I only actually played it for, like, 2 or so hours of, like, actual... Or maybe it was, like, 3. I think I did, like, 2 hours of Mario Kart and 1 hour of Super Mario Maker or something. I did use it to, like, watch TV on, like, with, like, the BBC iPlayer and maybe Netflix or something like that. But even by then, I had kind of stopped. Only Nintendo systems you've owned are DS, 2DS, and Switch. Light because you didn't have money for the normal Switch. No, that's fair enough. I started with the Lite, And then once I had a bit more money a couple of years ago, and I was kind of like, well, maybe I might be able to stream soon. But it's like, well, I can't stream if I'm on a light, though. It was like, oh, maybe. Actually, here's a question for you guys. Can you stream from a... Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, never mind. That's a stupid question. I was going to say, can you stream from a Switch 2 with, like, in handheld mode? I was going to say, because it has, like, 2 USB-C ports or something. I don't know why I was thinking... But you need the bottom port, I think, to do, like, streaming stuff. But then probably when you do that, the image probably disappears from the screen. So never mind, I'm being a ding-dong. But on Lara, you've basically had one of each Game Boy since before it had color. Teresa, hi! Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's just check. So no. And then let's just check some nature's neutral, so serious. That's relaxed, careful. Dang it. Keep forgetting. Modest! Okay. And then brave. Okay, I'm going to go for the Cherrim. So chat, let's just check who's around and who's available for our final. So, can we just check? Could everyone... hang on. We don't want to save this ticket, do we? No. Okay. So chat, let's just check. So I do think we probably will do Kieran's Nihilego, but let's just check like who's around and stuff like that, okay? So could you sort of say, I'll do an example here. I don't know if I spelled Nihilego correctly here. Could you guys let me know if you can do Nihilego? And if you can't, could you let me know what your tickets are, maybe? Bread pudding. Hang on, who's making bread pudding? Is Teresa making bread pudding or Satella? Why are we talking about bread pudding? What did I miss about bread pudding? I thought we were talking about Wii U's and Game Boys. But lovely to see you, Teresa. I hope you're doing well. Kevin has begun befriending Chui Long in Guardians of Azuma. But let's see. Okay, Sky can do a Nihilego. So obviously Kieran can do Nihilego. But we need to see who's around and who can play. We had like Kiba and Gage, and you made the bread pudding. Okay, now was it a sweet bread pudding or was it a savory bread pudding? That is the question. Oh, Kiba is here and can do Nihilego. Okay. So we could have Kiba, Sky, and Kieran. Team Flare is here. Okay, maybe Sky could be the substitute. Sorry, Sky, you got sniped at the last second there. But okay, so we could have Kieran, Kiba, and Team Flare, and then Sky could be on the 59-second rule. So does that sound okay for Nihilego? So let's have Kieran hosting, and then Kiba and Team Flare joining us. So Kieran will give us a code, and then Kiba and Team Flare will join us. Okay, sorry about that, Sky. Again, really, Lara was really close to a match earlier, and then Sky was really close. Very close, very close. Nebbia, it's almost like Nebby, but not quite. Okay, so make sure we're connected on the YCOM. We're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. I'm going to say anything goes. Kieran is going to have a nice Nihilego silhouette. And then we will take it from there. What was the other thing I was going to say? The other thing I was going to say is just, so I was going to say, like, sort of let me know your, like, favorite and least favorite, like, Mario Karts. I was going to say, let me know your favorite and least favorite Pokemon games on the Switch. I have not played all of them myself. Maybe some of you guys have. Maybe some of you have not. But I was thinking, I saw PM7 rank the games the other day, and he was very sort of kind and nice about Sword and Shield, and he said a lot of good things about Sword and Shield that I agreed with, and so I liked it. It was good. Yeah, so we got Rainbow, and then Flare, and then we just need Kiba, Odachi Yoshirado, because then you get to have the power. But yeah, how, like, again, for me, like, Sword and Shield is, like, my favorite, you know, Switch Pokemon game, or what I think is, like, the best one or whatever. And then, like, Scarlet and Violet. I'd probably say, would I say Scarlet and Violet? I would honestly almost be tempted to say Let's Go, just because of, it's not a massive thing, but it's like, oh, sugar. But it is just like a solid experience. Sorry, I accidentally just pulled my desk, like, really far forward. I did not mean to do that. Hang on. I'm just going to push the desk back a bit. Oh, that was a bit scary. I accidentally just, like, dragged my desk forward there. My TV probably almost fell off there. Okay. So you got Nihilego. This is, like, the God path where we want to go basically just right. But basically it's because of, like, ground types, and then there's, like, some steel. There's, like, ground types are the best, and then there's also some steel types and stuff like that. And then also, like, water and psychic, so. But yes. Sun and Moon has a special place in your heart, Satella. I'm going to guess that Hawaii is a part of that, if I had to guess. I'm going to go with Klefki, because it's a good support Pokemon. Clang and Sandaconda are nifty. Although I will just say Pelipper is actually, like, a little bit better. Like, if we're gonna switch for a Dugtrio later, Pelipper is actually a little bit better, because then we can, like, switch the Pelipper for, like, the Dug. Like, the Pelipper is super effective against the Dugtrio, and then, like, to be honest, ideally the thing we should do is we should really have, like, Sandaconda in, like, 4th, and then, like, Pelipper in 3rd, and then Pelipper could, like, Dynamax for the Dugtrio, and then, like, win that fight. But it doesn't matter. We're still gonna win this. Not gonna lie, I love the Let's Go games, partly because you love follow Pokemon, and no game has sort of done it better. No, that's true. The follow Pokemon, I will just say, as someone who really does not care about follow Pokemon at all, and is just sort of so baffled by, like, people just love follow Pokemon so much, and I don't get why it's, like, such a big, like, oh, follow Pokemon. I don't get it. I think one of the coolest things about Pokemon is, like, throwing out the Pokemon and being like, you know, like, Venusaur, I choose you. I think that's just one of the coolest things, and I think, like, depriving people of that is, like, why is, like, getting rid of one of the coolest things about Pokemon a good thing? But nevertheless, the follow Pokemon mechanic in Let's Go is really cool, and I do really like it. So there you go. That's even I, Mr. Cold-Hearted, doesn't care for follow Pokemon. I feel like 90% of the reason why anyone will say, like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the best games are just because of follow Pokemon, and not because of anything else to do with the game, like the awful level curve and the awful Johto Pokemon that you still can't evolve into their evolved counterparts and stuff like that. Like, I like those games, they're good games, but they still carry the flaws of Gold and Silver with them. They didn't really rectify that. But I think people just say it because of the follow Pokemon, and I will never understand why the follow Pokemon thing takes such a precedent in people's minds, but nevertheless, in Let's Go, the follow Pokemon thing is actually really good. So, ooh, Skittersmack, very nice. You have a fascination with Spheal, Satella says. I like it. Okay, well done, everyone. Oh, this is the last time to do this path. Okay, well, everyone's got a Star and Sparkle extra hard for Kieran, okay? But yeah. So, but that's the thing, but the Let's Go games are just very, like, they're visually really good. They impressed me and surprised me more. I thought it was going to just be, like, really basic, and I don't know, like, I thought it was just going to be, like, really basic, and I just wasn't really going to be that fussed about it or enjoy it that much or anything. But like I thought, you know, I only played the games because I wanted the busted shiny hunting. And like 5 years ago, because there was a global pandemic that had just hit, and I needed something to do, and I was like, I'm gonna become a shiny hunter. And here I am 5 years later. But no, basically though, but I just genuinely enjoyed my time with like the actual game. Like before the shiny hunting, I enjoyed the game. Like it was a lovely experience. So I would honestly like on my personal ranking, I probably would put them like second or something. I would say, I probably would like rank them second on my personal. I'd probably say like Sword and Shield, Let's Go, Scarlet and Violet, Legends Arceus, and then like BDSP. But it's actually closer between BDSP and Arceus than other people would say. But the thing is, I can't like. If you asked me which game would I be more likely to replay in the next 10 years, the answer would be BDSP. I'd be more likely to do a playthrough of BDSP than Arceus in the next 10 years. Because I like the whole 8 gyms, 6 Pokemon, build a team experience. I like that, okay? Just, I enjoy that. And I have, like, the nostalgia for Diamond and Pearl, where I'd be like, yeah, well, this is my closest way of being able to, like, replay those games or whatever. Although I do now have Pokemon Diamond and my DS with me, so maybe I could just play that. But it's one of those things where, like, Arceus is just a better game, though, than BDSP. Like, they're too poorly, like, put together and too poorly made for me to be able to sort of say. I can't say that, like, they're better games than Arceus. So I probably slightly prefer Arceus or something like that, but it's not by much, though. Satella, if you were to choose between rivals in the DLC of Sword and Shield, you would choose Shield because you can tolerate Avery over Clara. Sky, you don't know if you like Legends Arceus or Violet better. You like them both for different reasons. See, that's what I mean. Like, Arceus is just like a very different experience as well, so it's very hard to compare it to the other games. Like, it's much easier to be able to compare, like, even like Let's Go, which is kind of different. It's easier to compare Let's Go to like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, BDSP. Kevin, one thing I like about follow Pokemon is having a legendary walking behind you and no one reacting to their presence. See, this is the problem. No. But yeah, and then on Lara True, Kevin, it's always been funny. The Lugia the size of a house behind me is completely ignored. But yeah, the reason you love following Pokemon goes back to Yellow. Oh right, yes, of course, that makes sense. It's a way to feel like you're not on your journey alone, that you're adventuring together with your moms. See, I've just like never felt that. Sometimes people talk about these things. It's like I just feel so like I remember someone said that about Arceus. They're like, I feel like so connected to my team because I can like send them out periodically, and I'm like. And I just didn't feel like that. I felt less connected because I was like, I never like battled with them or anything. Like in my Legends Arceus, right? I've got like 300 hours on my Legends Arceus. The last like 200 hours of it, like has me like basically almost never sending out my Pokemon except to like shake some trees. And shaking trees does not feel like any kind of bonding experience. Like, oh, they're part of my team. Bit of a similar thing with Let's Go, to be honest. With Let's Go, I have not sent my Pokemon out in Let's Go, apart from, like, to ride on my Charizard to, like, fly around. Like, in, you know, a couple of 100 hours. Like, it's been a couple of 100 hours since I've seen my Pokemon in either of those games. Whereas in, like, Sword and Shield and stuff like that, I'm battling with them. Although, admittedly, in this game, it's like, well, have you really seen your team, Bo? Like, you're like 600 hours of Dynamax Adventures. Like, you've forgotten what your, you know, your Dusclops looks like or whatever. But anyway, I hope ZA refines Arceus mechanics. You really liked Arceus, but now that the novelty has passed away, I want something even better. I kind of hope it kind of hybridizes everything in, like, a really cool way. As I've kind of joked, but I'm kind of serious when I joke about it. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if ZA kind of like surprises, like, it's actually like a pleasant surprise, and I actually end up enjoying it more than I thought I was going to, and more than Arceus. I wouldn't be surprised if I like it more than Arceus, but if other people don't like it as much as Arceus. Right, we don't want to do any science, because this is the god path. Plus, well, we know it's just a Mr. Well, actually, no. It's not bad for Kiba because you lose the ground weakness and you get the Mr. Mime. But, yeah. No, Kiba, that was a good... I forgot, it's like Mr. Mime, so it means you lose the ground weakness. So, like, it's fine. It's just, like, a little bit safer. Z obviously has a larger focus on battling. I do like battling. But that's the thing, I think people... It just... Again, I know I've said this a bunch of times. Here's the thing. I like Arceus, but it's just because people have gone so goo-goo gaga for it. Like, and for things that I think are just a bit silly, or where it's like, whoa, hang on, let's calm down a moment here. I just feel like I need to be... like, the balance... I need to bring balance to the Force or something. And so, like, one of my things about Arceus is people say... You know, sort of people, you know, sort of be, oh, well, like, why do you think Arceus is, like, better than Sword and Shield? And they'll be like, well, because in Arceus, like, I felt the fear of God! Like, sort of thing. And it's like, well, that's not necessarily, like, a better quality. That might be something that you prefer or are, like, looking for in a game. Yeah, sure, you know. Like, cool. The fact that kind of, yeah, like, the Pokemon chased after you. Like... You know, like, if you said something like, oh, the game kind of kept me on my toes a bit more, I liked that I kind of, like, had to concentrate all the time, or, you know, something that I couldn't play the game half asleep, you know, although, again, that is also a little bit of a thing where it's like, but that is also a preference thing, I think. I think there is something magic about the fact that you can play Pokemon whilst doing other things. I don't think that's necessarily inherently a bad thing, that you can, like, do some EV training and some battling and some grinding and, like, shiny hunting whilst you're doing other stuff. I don't think that's necessarily a bad quality. But again, people kind of talk as if, you know, but, you know, so when people say about, like, oh, but, like, I felt the fear of God, it's like, well, I mean, cool, if you want Pokemon to be, like, wild, aggressive animals, yeah, sure, like, it's interesting, but I don't think that automatically equals better kind of thing, so anyway. I know I've said about that a bunch of times, and that's always an example I pull from, but you can see what I'm saying, right? Just saying, like, oh, the Pokemon are aggressive in Arceus, that's not, like, if I say something like, oh, the graphics in Sword and Shield are better than the graphics in Pokemon Stadium, that is, like, sort of... Granted, you could say that's subjective, but I would say that's, like, objective from, like, a pixel and model, you know, measurement perspective. I think you could make that claim. But I think just saying, like, oh, the Pokemon are aggressive in Arceus, it's like, well, they're actually also aggressive in, like, Sword and Shield, and to some extent, actually, no, in Let's Go they're not, are they? But, Sword and Shield is kind of the game that created, like, aggro Pokemon, I think. But again, Arceus gets the credit for it. No one wants to remember Sharpedo. And what are the other things that, like, run after you? Like the Lucarios and stuff. The aggro Lucarios that are, like, really fast in this game and stuff like that. Anyway, we just beat Pokemon number 3, so Cuba, get your free dog trio. You loved Arceus for the world, the collecting focus, and the shiny hunting. The real-time danger was more of a hindrance. Ah, interesting. See, and that's fair, and that's like a detailed and, like, thorough assessment, and I appreciate and respect that. But it's just when people say these things about it that are like, well, hang on, like, you know, and for a game that focused on collecting, it had a terrible, like, PC system. Like, I don't know why they took, like, 5 steps back with, like, the PC system, but they did. Anyway, Bark, I'm gonna flash cannon. I could light screen, but... Sky, you like the catching mechanics of Arceus. You never really cared much about completing the Pokedex in the main game, so Arceus made it fun for you. I think it really brings it up for me. And that's... Oh no, Team Flare just got disconnected? No. Oh, Tyrogue, yes. Tyrogue's a good one. But that's the thing, like, Sword and Shield, that was the one that really kind of, like, Let's Go had, like, one or two, like, the Abra thing was kind of introduced in Let's Go. And to be honest, even the, I forget what you call it, but, like, the sort of, there's the mechanic in, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with, like, the sort of silhouetted, shadowy Pokemon. They sort of, those kind of had some personality to them. But I would say Sword and Shield was the first real game where it was like, it gives every Pokemon like a sort of aggro, timid, or like placid kind of personality, or like random personality for like something, a Pokemon like Zigzagoon is just random, it just zigs and zags. Right, Flash Cannon. Oh, Penny and Peony. Yeah, I know, that kind of surprised me. Like, yeah, that was a funny old thing. Right, anyway, Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars, and give some extra ones for Kieran, because this is like the last time Kieran's going to be able to do this path. So here we go, everyone. I tell you what, in honor of Kieran, I'm going to use one of my Beast Balls here. So let's hope I get the shiny, shall we? Oh, it multi-release. Did it have multi-release? I guess it did. I can't remember. But the thing is, I much prefer like not having to deal with clearing than having a more. I would rather not have to deal with clearing at all than having a better way to deal with clearing. If that makes sense. If that distinction makes sense. It's like I would rather just have like 2 trash cans than a trash can with like you know, a little pedal on the front so it opens up nice and easily for you. Right, Kadabra, no. Dracloak, no. Dugtrio is a Dugtree, no. But will we get Nihilego? No. Dang. Dang. So Kadabra, no. Dracloak, no. Dugtrio, no. And a Beast Ball Nihilego. I even wasted a Beast Ball on this thing, but no. But it is a jolly Kadabra. And let's not be too hasty. Oh, there it is, the Lax Dugtrio, and a neutral Nihilego. Right, I need to get the Dracloak, I guess, because like hasty actually is probably the best one here, I would say. Well, Kieran, thank you for hosting. Apologies that you now have to recollect all your ore again. A bugged multi-release in Arceus that you could exploit for large amounts of money. Ooh. Once you start Masuda hunting, you'll learn the importance of multi-clearing. That's true. That's true. But I have Pokemon Home for that. Although that's not like the best, is it? Because you can only release like 100 in one go or whatever before you have to like go in and out or whatever, which kind of sucks. So yeah. Okay. Looks like you've run out of space for tickets, except I have not, because I'm not going to be saving the ticket. And there we go. So chat, my lovely chat. Thank you for another very fun stream. We did get one shiny today, didn't we? Wait, wasn't it you, Team Flare, who got a dupe earlier, but then we didn't find out what the dupe was? Someone got some kind of dupe earlier, so we got that. Like, oh, and then Kieran did get like a shiny, like from like a scepter, right, as well. It's like the Persian and stuff. So we so there were kind of some things. So there was like at least one in chat, right? So that's okay. Also, we are getting, I think, like, by the end of this week, but in, like, a week from now, we're going to get to a point where my Pokemon Shield has more hours on it than Pokemon Sword, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's kind of sad, in a way. But maybe if I, like, had all the shiny... Once I have all the shiny legendaries, I think it would be a nice thing, but whilst I still have a bunch left, it just sort of feels a bit like, nah. So, anyway... It was the Licky Tongue. Oh, nice. Okay, well, you are our winner for the day then, Team Flare, with a dupe Licky Tongue. Not amazing, but we'll take it. Anyway, chat, my lovely chat. You guys, gals, non-binary pals have been wonderful. I am going to make like Harry McIntyre and get out of here. So please like the video if you haven't already. It does just help out, keeps these streams going a little bit longer, introduces us to new people who are maybe still shiny hunting for Sword and Shield in the year 2025. Maybe they can't afford to switch to, maybe they have a few legendaries they need, and maybe they're looking for people to connect with, and liking that video can help them, that hypothetical person who probably doesn't exist, connect with our community. So thank you very, very much. Jelly Ducky, hello, but also goodbye, because I'm about to leave. So please like the video if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Monday, the 23rd of June. And yeah, and Thursday is my 7-year anniversary of being here in America. I am probably, sadly, not going to do anything special for it. So, oh well. But we probably will just do like a regular stream and whatever. So take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Lots of love. Like the video. And bye-bye. For real this time.